Afternoon. I thought it would be kind of fun today if I did this video while I'm about 2.5 hours into my latest Rick Simpson treatment. And so you can see how well I'm handling this. I am about 40 grams in now, and of the 60 grams that I need to do, and I'm coming along. It said 60 grams in 90 days, and I'm coming right along with that one. I have to say, I do believe I am totally saturated in THC. I go to bed stoned. I wake up stoned. I'm stoned 24/7. And it's not always as much fun as you might think. I did try to get a hold of Dr. Forsythe in Reno, and I talked to a receptionist, and his receptionist was unaware that he was working with Rick Simpson oil at all. And we spoke. She even mentioned that she was thinking about using CBD oil because she had some kind of pain going on. And I thought, okay, that's kind of strange. And that she didn't know about any of it. And she was going to make me an appointment, or she was going to hook me up with the gal that made appointments, and I was going to see about if I could get just like an hour to talk to him or something. And then I didn't really follow up on it. I got an email from her, from the receptionist, and she had all the things to fill out, like if I wanted to be a patient. And I don't want to be a patient, and right now I don't have the patience to do all the paperwork or even talk to her anymore, because that's one of the things about the Rick Simpson oil. When you're doing this much, you find yourself rather short on patience. Patient here. See what happens? You get these little lapses and you forget what you were talking about. I think I was talking about patience, of which I'm rather short of these days. So you get the little lapses where you just absolutely like, what was I talking about? And you feel just kind of, I wake up in the morning and I feel kind of raggedy and raw and sensitive. It's like loud noises now, like on the television, booms and bangs and crashes and things like that. I find extremely irritating. I was always kind of, irritable. I didn't like a lot of noises and stuff. Just, you can ask the kids about that, stop running in the house, etc. So all of that, from what I've heard from another friend who has used some of the Rick Simpson oil, she said too that you get really sensitive with it. And so I find myself being rather sensitive. But I'm okay if things are quiet and everything is going along pretty good. But I get confused if, like, people are talking to me and somebody else is talking and somebody else is talking. Okay, we just have to step back a little bit and regroup here. Other than that, it's not too awful. Not too awful, she says. Actually, it's not bad. It really isn't bad, but it takes some working up to, and it's not particularly easy. However, I'm thinking this is about the only thing that is going to work out. So, prayer. I would like to thank everybody that I know has been saying prayers for me. I've been a proponent of prayer for years and years and years and years. I remember even as a child, when we were in the Catholic Church, I remember always praying and using holy water, lots and lots of holy water. This will make me be a better person. Anyway, so prayer. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for their prayers, and they're sending me light and love. I can feel it. And it comes in ways of finding what I need, like Karen sending me a video series that I needed to watch on alternative methods. Another video series came on herbs, dandelion root, by the way, causes apoptosis. Also, thought for the day. I know that prayer works, and I remember reading about a woman who she had a near-death experience, and she said as she was ascending into the heavens, she could see all these lights around her, and she asked her angel, she said, "What are those lights?" And the angel told her, "Those are prayers. Those are prayers that are being sent in your behalf." And of course, they're energy, and you can feel that energy, but prayer is it's a interesting thing. There's prayer that you're asking for a specific outcome, and I've learned over the years that those kind of prayers, I'm not really sure about those. Those, if there's another outcome that that person is going to have, if you pray for them to be healed, maybe healing wasn't part of the process. And there is such a thing called a soul contract. That's how I knew that lady Michelle that told me about the glutathione that day. I knew when we were talking, and we were talking about pancreatic cancer, and she said, she said, maybe it's just that your soul contract is up. And as soon as she said that, I knew right then that she and I were definitely in the same friends group. So again, I would like to thank you all. Thank you all for the prayers that you've been sending me, and I appreciate every bit of it. Another thing that you're so sensitive to is the energy from the plants and the trees. Sometimes in the afternoon when I'm feeling like eek, I just go outside barefooted and I stand in the backyard where the cottonwood and the fruitless mulberry and the myrtle, those three trees. There's a big redwood back there too, or a cedar tree. But all those roots are interconnecting, and if you stand out there in the middle of the backyard, you can feel that energy. And I used to do an exercise, a light exercise, where you stand on the bare earth and you open your crown chakra and you bring down light through your crown chakra. You send it down into the ground through your left leg. You send it down, you bring the light up, comes back up, goes back out, circulates. And I do that out there, and I can feel the cooperation from the trees. I swear, I can feel it all. And I can feel when I'm standing out there, it just feels so good, so very, very good to be out there in that healing green of the trees. And then I think, and inside of me, I have all that healing green of the cannabis. So when I stand in the backyard, I'm feeling very green. So on Monday, I have an appointment with Danny, and he's the manager down at a therapeutic alternative on H Street. He has been very helpful. On Mondays, he does telephone appointments with people. So I'm scheduled 9 o'clock Monday morning, and what I want to talk to him about is the maintenance program. And so far from what I've read, and it seems like I said, prayer, things come when you need them. And the maintenance program is something we need to talk about. But what I've read is that the maintenance, it's about 1 gram a month, which is really nothing. And you do this for 5 years. And 5 years, so what? If I'm still around in 5 years, having survived pancreatic cancer, I don't mind taking 1 gram a month. That's just fine. I can do that. After doing 1 gram a day, that will be no problem. Well, I think I'm going to be wrapping this up. I'm actually hungry. I'm hungry for lunch. Can you believe that? I've noticed that in the last about 3 or 4 days, I've actually getting an appetite back, and that's kind of nice. So I'm kind of hungry. But there was one last thing I did want to say. And in the video series on herbs, there was this one doctor, and she's an herbologist, plus she's an MD, and she said something that I so agree with. She said, when you have cancer, she said, you're not battling like some foreign thing that came in from some foreign place. You are talking about your own body. That cancer is your cancer. Those are your cells. And I love that perspective. You're not fighting some foreign invasion. You are working with your body to heal what has gone wrong. And that's what I love this about the doing it through apoptosis rather than doing it through chemo and surgery. I really do believe, I really, really do believe that your body is capable of healing itself. And we are putting that belief to the test, even as we speak. And so, with that, I think I'm going to go make myself some lunch. Bye bye.